everybody, it's me, Jill, and welcome to Jill Informed. This is the recap of Vanderpump Rules, Season 8, Episode 15, Mr. and Mrs. Schwartz, Take 2. I can't believe there was a Take 1, let alone the idea that they are even going through with this a second time. But here we go. Okay, so we open at Tom and Katie's house, and Sandaval and Stassi are over. They're eating pizza, talking about the second wedding, that they're going to go to Vegas, and, who's going to officiate. And Stassi said she'll officiate, and Sandaval said, I already said I would officiate. So they agree to share the duties. In Stassi's confessional, she said, my love for Katie and Tom is bigger than my hatred for Tom Sandaval. So she will make it work. Oh, the next scene is lunch or drinks or something with Scheana, Danica, and Charli. Gee, you don't think they're going to talk about Dayna, do you? I mean, you know Scheana is going to be dying. The other two get drinks, an Aperol Spritz and a Bloody Mary. And Scheana says, just a water with lemon, please. And a straw if you have it. You work in a restaurant and you're not sure a restaurant has a straw? Like, she didn't ask for a paper straw. She just asked for a straw. I mean, is it just me? Or does that seem a little strange? Okay, so Scheana said Katie and Tom are going to have another little ceremony in Las Vegas, but that she couldn't go because she's going to have her surgery. So then they're talking about the night before and Dana's party. Danica's like, I woke up this morning with red velvet cake everywhere, like in my vagina. Okay, that to me sounds like she might have done something with that cake later. I don't know that for a fact. It's just a speculation on my part. And Scheana said that no one goes near her face but her makeup artist and her Botox doctor. I told Dayna that she is so lucky she did not come near me with that cake, because my reaction will probably be my hand across your face. Even Danica is like, wow, that's aggressive. Danica, who I believe probably has had her hand across someone's face, several times. In Scheana's confessional, she does say, I was tired and hormonal and sick. I'm going in for my egg retrieval ceremony. No, not ceremony, surgery. If anybody would have a ceremony for the egg retrieval, it would be Scheana. No, surgery. Sorry. Egg retrieval surgery. Oh, okay, and now she's telling them about the Dana, Brett, Max, Bermuda Triangle. She's still trying to pretend she doesn't care. Oh, I don't care. It's not like I like them or something. No, of course not. Charli. Loving me, Charli, guys. Charli is sitting next to her like this. Yeah, so she said the only thing I cared about was she had already done it, and then she's talking to me about it. And so, yeah, I called Max and he's like, isn't it just a casual lunch? And I said, Although the noise Scheana made was a much higher pitch that I can't recreate. We cut over to TomTom, where I guess Max is teaching Brett how to bartend. Brett says he's not cut out to be a server, which doesn't surprise me. But bartending is better because he likes to talk to people, and that way he could just stand in one place and talk to them. Oh, God. Okay, I am not a bartender, nor was I ever a bartender. I did go to bartending school once, but I never actually did anything with that, became a bartender. But I can tell you this. If any of you guys are bartenders out there, I bet you don't just stand in one place and talk to people. I bet you work your ass off. Just a hunch. Anyway, they address the Dayna issue a little bit. Max doesn't really want to talk about it. And Max, you really have no place to talk about it. I'm sorry, Dayna wanted you back. You said no, you wanted to be on your own for a while. And the fact that she's with Brett, I don't know. I don't know if he's mad about it because Dayna is with another guy, or if he's mad about it because Brett was his bro and, you don't do that to another guy. I don't know what his problem is, but he's clearly annoyed, and Brett wanted to talk about it, and Brett's like, hey, I made out with her, but I could just as easily dump her right now if you are bothered by this. Max is just like, you know what? Let's just talk about it when I get back from Vegas. Oh, God. Back to the girls. Charli said, I mean, what's up with Brett? Like, he asked me out, and it's just like, is he just going to go around asking everybody out? Like, who's next? Lisa? Oh, sweetie. Apparently, she did not see him trying to get with Lisa at Dana's party, because he would totally do Lisa. Oh, God. Next, we see Lisa and Ken, and they are in Barney's in Beverly Hills. And she mentions to him, Ken, you know Brett. He wanted to make out with me last night at Dana's party. Oh. Ken starts laughing. And she goes, you're not jealous. You're supposed to be jealous. I'm your wife. Ken's like, I'm not going to be jealous of Brett, that young whippersnapper. Yeah, I mean, he's got a really good point. I could see Ken being jealous of, like, Mohammed or somebody, right? Like Mohammed Hadid, at least somebody with money. Okay, so Lisa is flying to Vegas on a private jet, and she has Tom and Katie with her. She actually said to Ken earlier that she would send them to Vegas, put them up in a hotel, the private jet, the hotel, everything, and then they started inviting other people. And that was not Lisa's intent. So now on the plane, she is reiterating to them, this is only for you to be getting married again. I want to see you sign the paperwork this time. This isn't to just have fun. Yeah, okay. They invited Brittany and Jax and Lala and Rand and Ariana and Tom and Max. And I mean, I'm sure all those people did not fly to Vegas to not have fun. Something's going to go wrong. I don't know if everybody is staying at Caesar's Palace, but Lisa is staying there because Caesar's, after she opened Vanderpump Gardens and it did so well, they wanted to name a suite after her. And I don't know if she's involved in designing it or decorating. I don't know what's involved in that, but she is staying in her own suite while they're there. But the suite they gave Tom and Katie, oh my God, it's huge. I don't know if it's 2 stories or if it's just like loft ceilings or what, but I don't know. This thing is like bigger than anything I've ever seen. Okay, so back at Sir, Dana is polishing glasses and Scheana walks in to actually apologize to her. I don't know. I mean, we've done this dance before, haven't we, with these two? But I am going to cut Scheana some slack because she is hormonal. The medications that they are giving her before a retrieval, I'm going to just cut her some slack because they can make your emotions be like all over the place. She said, you know what? I was wrong to go to Max. I should have come to you directly. And I'm sorry about that. And Dana accepted her apology and she said, she's fine now. There was a little attraction to Brett at the beginning, but like, we're just better as friends. Yeah, you are better as friends because he's made it very, very clear he doesn't want you. And again, Scheana, if you could see into the future, you are better off. All right, back in Vegas, we're checking in with Lala and Rand, and Lala told him that he was, at 47 years old, he was too old to be a boyfriend. That's why she wanted to get married to him, because it was just ridiculous. He was just too old to be a boyfriend. Yeah, that's why you wanted to marry him. And Stassi is in Tom and Ariana's room. And she and Tom are going over what they're going to say and stuff like that. Oh, you guys. We check in with Brittany and Jax. And Brittany's like, we should get married again. Oh, my God. Brittany will be the type of woman who will renew their vows like every year. Jax goes, no, no, no. And I don't know if this was a Freudian slip or not, but he said, the marriage is over. Oops. Did he mean to say the wedding is over? Oh my God, you guys. We check in with Tom and Katie in their room, and Schwartz pulls a bra out of his suitcase, and he's like, what? Oh, it's yours. And Katie's like, no, that is not my bra. And he goes, oh, Bubba, come on. Yes, it is. And she's like, Tom, that is not mine. Bubba, stop it. Don't do that to me. It was in my suitcase. I don't know why. It's not mine, Tom. Bubba. Oh, my God. In his confessional, he says, I have no idea how that bra got into my suitcase. And he's telling Katie that she used the suitcase last. In her confessional, she's like, that is not my fucking bra. I mean, I hope it's Katie's bra and she can't remember. Although, I don't think it is, because did you see how she grabbed that bra and she immediately was looking at the size? That is what a woman does. Because if it ain't mine, I want to see what size it is. Right? I don't know. Can someone please remind me why these two are going through with this wedding? You had an out. You had the perfect out. The perfect, super easy, simple way for you two to part ways. You're not attracted to her, Tom. And when you're drunk enough, you actually say it out loud. So don't do this. Neither of you should be doing this. Okay, now in Stassi and Beau's room, Beau, Stassi is with Tom Sandaval working on the vows or whatever. Not the vows, but, what they're going to say. And Beau has taken this opportunity to call Stassi's dad and ask for his blessing to marry Stassi. I'm remembering now, I think the guy was a little hard on Beau. And in Beau's confessional, he said that he was very intimidating. But in any case, he did give his blessing. And Beau said, I'm going to be a very good son-in-law. And he said, I know you will. I just don't know if Stassi's going to be a very good wife. And Beau said, oh, okay, I'm going to tell her you said that. All right, so in Lisa Vanderpump's room, Lisa and Ken and Elaine. I don't think that's his wife, though. Elaine. Although, you guys, I think that was Elaine that she was at Villa Blanca with last week. And I failed to mention that, but... All right, so Elaine is helping Lisa design her suite. And Sean McBurney, I don't remember what his name was, but anyway, he's like the GM of Caesar's Palace. He shows up to talk to them about their ideas for what they're going to do with the suite. Lisa tells him that, this is what Elaine has done for Vanderpump Gardens. These oversized chandeliers, and that is his specialty. Lighting is Elaine's specialty. Yeah, we know. In fact, as soon as this meeting's over, he's due back up on a ladder at TomTom. Okay, it's at night in Vegas. I don't know if it's the night before the wedding, probably. Everyone's kind of hanging out in Vanderpump Gardens. Is that the name of it? Something like that. Anyway, it's a cool place. It's beautiful inside. I love all the Elaine lighting. Anyway, this server comes up to them to take their drink order that looks exactly like Scheana. In fact, Jax jumps back because he thought it was her. Then we check in with Scheana, who is recovering at home, and Kristen has come to visit her. I guess she has done a retrieval before, and they got 9 viable eggs, and she said she doesn't know yet how many they got this time. That's weird to me because I feel like that's something they would immediately know. Oh, maybe they don't know how many are viable. That must be it. So she's waiting to find out. And she said, even if it's just one, then that's 10 that I have. But I am never going to do this again. So I guess it's, it's a lot. Just, I don't know that it's so incredibly painful, but, it's a lot. You're putting yourself through, you're giving yourself shots, and then the emotional roller coaster that kind of puts you through. And she said, all for like them to knock you out and in 5 minutes it's done. But it's like a whole, month-long process leading up to it. Anyway, so that's where she's at, and she tells Kristen that Katie actually called her to see how she was doing and to tell her that she was sorry that she wasn't there in Vegas. Now, I mean, why would you say that, Scheana, to Kristen, knowing that Kristen wasn't invited? I feel like that wasn't very nice, but anyway, Kristen's like, I don't know how long I can do this. Like, I unfollowed Katie, Stassi, and Beau. I'm not doing that anymore. That was too painful to see their, posts and everything. So, I don't know. Okay, oh my God, you guys. Schwartz is now telling Jax that he found a bra in his suitcase. Jax is like, why do you have a bra in your suitcase? And he goes, I thought it was Katie's, and then Katie told me it's not hers. Then in his confessional, he goes, maybe I haven't always been innocent, but, mostly. And definitely lately, I've got a clear conscience. Nothing to hide. You're a real prize there, Schwartzy. Oh my God, you guys. Lisa Vanderpump goes up to Katie and she said, can I tell you a secret? But you can't tell Schwartz. And Katie's like, okay, what? And she goes, well, earlier they brought my bags up to my room, but they switched our bags accidentally. So I put some of my underwear in Schwartz's bag. Let's play with him a little bit. Katie's like, all right, let's do it. But I am terrified that this is going to backfire on Katie. Because what if he was with somebody? He may just admit to something that she doesn't want him to admit to. Oh, I'm a little nervous. Oh my God. Lisa Vanderpump is getting a kick out of Vegas Scheana. She's like, oh, she even laughs like her. She does. They have the same vocal fry. Okay, so they all go ziplining, even Lisa Vanderpump. They talked her into it. And the next morning, Katie said, Bubba, I don't even know if I want to go through with this. And he goes, why? And she said, because there was a bra in your suitcase. And he goes, Bubba, you're kidding, right? She caves like a house of cards. I think Katie was afraid if she let this go too long, he was going to confess to something. That's my suspicion. I would be terrified to play a joke like that on Schwartz. Anyway, she said, I'm just kidding. And he goes, oh, okay. And she said, but you have to figure out whose bra it is. And he goes, you know whose it is? And she said, yeah. Whose do you want it to be? And he goes, Lisa's? And he goes, oh, it's Lisa's bra? In her confessional, she's like, oh, well, if Lisa is his hall pass, then, so be it. And then he's like, can I keep it? And she's like, no. And he goes, not in a weird way. Katie goes, there is no other way. And he's like, yeah, that's true. Next, Danica comes over to Dana's apartment. Okay, they have to do this because they're filming for the show, but why does anybody hang out with Danica? Dana tells her that she's going to go out with Brett again. And Danica, of course, Danica is just this little, I don't know what. I don't even know what to call her. She just gets in everybody else's business. She's got nothing going on herself. She doesn't apparently not seeing anybody, or if she is, we never hear about it. So all she does is insert herself in other people's relationships constantly. I mean, okay, Danica does say one thing that makes sense. She said, well, I don't like Max, so I'm kind of glad you're not with him. But I don't really think Brett is for you either. Yeah, he's not. But Danica thinks it's because he's a Pisces. In Danica's confessional, she said, I dated 2 Pisces before, and they both took out restraining orders on me. And the producer's like, I'm sorry? And she is like feverishly putting on lip gloss. I've never seen anybody take that many swipes across her lower lip. It's definitely something's going on there. But in any case, she said it's not her fault. The restraining orders are not her fault. It's just that Pisces are just too sensitive. Yeah. All right, now it's time for the wedding. Tom is dressed as a cowboy. Sandaval is of like a Vegas preacher. And Stassi is a nun. And I don't know, Ariana is a tourist. Beau was the flower girl. Brittany and Lala walked her down the aisle. It was cute and funny. Lisa Vanderpump had gotten them flowers that said, "Get it right this time." I mean, it was what it was. You didn't miss much. Okay, guys, now we are at the Pig and Whistle, and we are on a double date with Raquel and James and Brett and Dayna. Yeah, I think I forgot to mention earlier, Raquel was having a conversation with Charli about guys and James and how great things are with James now that he's not drinking. What an incredible turn on that is for her. Not that she thinks that the sex was bad before, but let's just say it was always sloppy drunk and you never knew like if his thing was going to work or not. Okay. Not that that was bad. Oh my God, you guys. Raquel just ordered a cheeseburger with cheese. And Dayna almost started cracking up, but then realized, oh, nobody else is laughing. Oh, Dayna, girl, I was laughing with you. Okay, so James ordered a Coke, and he's 2 weeks sober. Haven't gotten any fights or tiffs or arguments for the past 2 weeks, so it's been nice. I mean, that's good. And then Dayna tells Brett about her little visit with Danica. Yeah, so she said, Danica said that, like, I shouldn't be around these guys like Max or Brett. Brett, he's a little thirsty these days. And Brett goes, all she ever does is over-dramatize everything. And then in Brett's confessional, he said, Danica is like planting these poisonous seeds in my beautiful garden. And I don't want no poisonous seeds in my beautiful garden. I only want fresh things, non-GMO things in my beautiful garden. Brett has a beautiful garden, you guys. Oh, God, you guys, I learned so much from this show. I really do. Apparently, Lisa Vanderpump has a fat pussy. PH fat. So don't get offended for her. And also, according to Dayna, that just means she has a great body. So, like, she would love it if somebody looked at her and said, oh, that girl's got a fat pussy. So, yes, this conversation occurs after Brett reveals that he would love to be with Lisa if she wasn't married. And poor James. James is like, I can't hear this. She's like my mother. Yeah, it's just, it is blowing poor James's mind. I mean, let's face it, it's kind of blowing all of our minds. Okay, back at Vanderpump Cocktail Gardens and Cafe. Oh, God, you guys, what is the name of it? I could just look it up, and I'm too damn lazy right now. Oh, all right, I'll look it up. Vanderpump Vegas Cocktail Garden Wine and Dine. I literally would never have thought that was the name. But there you go. All right, so we are back there, and they're toasting and making speeches to the happy couple, and everyone toasts to you only get married twice. Then, okay, I don't know if this is gonna amount to anything, but Max It's that same waitress, Kara, I think her name is, that looks like Scheana. Max said, I'm going to give her my number later. And Stassi's like, oh my God, the Scheana doppelganger? How very meta of you. And then Beau goes over to Lisa, who's sitting at the end of the table, and he says, I'm going to try and whisper this to you because I don't want Brittany and Jax to hear me, but I'm going to propose to Stassi. And she goes, oh. Yeah, I hope if anybody was watching, that would have been a dead giveaway. But he said, yeah, I've got the rings and stuff. He tells her that he's going to propose like in the next week, I guess. And she said that she would host a party if he wanted her to. And he goes, yeah, that would be great. So we'll see. I don't know if that'll be next week's episode or not, but, probably in the next 1 or 2 episodes. All right, it's the next morning. Sandaval is asleep with a mask on. Everybody's just getting up and packing. We get the packing montage for people heading home, I guess. And, oh God, in Lisa's room, she's closing her Louis Vuitton bag. And she grabs Jiggy to put him on top of the suitcase. And she goes, this is why I love you, so you can help me close my suitcase. Oh, God. Yes, I'm sure that 11-ounce dog is really holding down that suitcase for you. Then Lisa calls Max to check on, I don't know, something, invoices or something. And then he tells her that the room is trashed because of Schwartz and Sandaval and Jax, that they trashed his room. And she's like, you've got to clean it up before you leave. I can't have Caesars thinking you're trashing the place. So then she FaceTimes him, and he's like, you're putting me on FaceTime? And she's like, I want to see the room. So he shows her around the room, and she's like, oh, you've got to clean that up. And then she goes, wait a minute, go back to the bed. Vegas Scheana is in his bed. Dude, I think you have a problem. Lisa's like, oh my God, I've told you not to sleep with my staff. I don't know. Do you guys think she's real? Or do you think they hired a Scheana lookalike to play the part of a waitress there? Because it just seems, I don't know. I don't know, but it seems very suspect to me. Okay, guys. I don't know what to say. The last scene is in Tom and Katie's room. Oh, God. One of you guys called her a sloth. That was so good. Because that is what she is. It is like a monkey and a sloth tried to get married. That's what this is like. Anyway, she is sitting on the floor packing up, and she's like, Bubba, where's the marriage certificate? And he goes, I don't know. And then we get this little flashback of like Stassi handing it to him, and her going, you're supposed to be holding on to this. And he's like, oh, okay. And then like 97 seconds later, he's walking through Caesar's Palace without it. At first he said it was in his backpack, but then he's like, oh, come on, Bubba, you knew there was no way I wasn't going to lose it. Yeah, apparently he does not have it again. This is what's pissing me off. Why doesn't Katie have it? Why isn't she holding on to it? Why give it to Schwartz? That's why it's either like, this is all fake, which it might be, or they're both idiots. They don't deserve to have a marriage license. Please, God, don't let them have children. It's bad enough that Jax and Brittany are going to have children. And on that note, the episode ends. I mean, I guess it really was a full circle moment. This episode started with the lost certificate and the redoing of the whole marriage, and we end right back where we started with another lost certificate. So, yeah. It just might be for the best. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining me. I will be back here next week to find out what kind of mishaps they get into. And I hope you are here with me. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment down below. I'll see you next week. Bye.